Right, so today, one of my first videos that we're going to do for the Golf in modifying is an awesome quick way to gain loads more power out of Golf GTi after people decide to fettle with them and fuck around and do all sorts of shit that they shouldn't do. It's a bit of a learning curve for me, so bear with it. It's going to be warts and all. But yeah, shit, let's start modding. So, as you can already see, there's one major problem that we've already got here. Some genius has installed a blow-off valve on a GTi, and these ventricle blow-off valves are not designed to run on these engines. You need something that recirculates. Forge do a recirculating and ventricle that's adjustable. Even though after you've installed it you still may get some engine management issues. Again, it's all controlled by the math, so if it can't detect the correct airflow coming in, it will display an error. But Forge do a blanking valve should you start getting these errors, so it's no big deal. So let's get to start on pulling off that stupid valve, and what we're going to do is we're going to reinstall, as you can see it, the original one, although it's not perfect, and I'm sure it's on its way out. Shortly after, maybe next month, we will install a Forge ventricle and recirculating valve, and again I'll do another video on those. So let's get cracking. Dead simple to remove these things. Let's give it a try. So it's just a case of removing the clamps. There's nothing special that's come with them. Although the kit that obviously was supplied with this is the wrong side bloody silicon pipe. Off it comes. And we'll remove that because we're going to need it, and we're going to remove that because we'll need the vacuum line, and we're going to remove this blanking plate. Again, not really needed. God, I hate flat-headed screwdrivers. Off it goes. And that shit will go on eBay, and some other unlucky soul can have a play with that. So, see, simple. The original lines go right back into play. Although, see, I have a better tool for doing these up. Tell you what, if you can get hold of one of these 10 little TP screwdrivers or ratchets, they are fucking awesome, worth every penny. So tighten.
My legs better be on cold. I was just like, Mum is no trainer. Mum was like, no shot.
Try not to catch any of the existing wires that are running to the spark plug units. Don't want any issues. Need it nice and tight. Don't want anybody air leaks. So that's that one done. Shoes on nice and tight. Go for the next line. Nice and simple. And that is pretty much installed. what we'll do is we'll get the original vacuum line. We're going to run it to the top. Let's find a zip tie. Pretty blue zip tie. Get that in place. We don't want the vacuum lines disappearing off it at all. She's nice and tight. Let's find some clamps or something. You always want it nice and neat. I know it's looking a bit of a state at the minute, but to be honest, while I'm setting things up, I just want to make sure I've got everything correct before we go ahead with it. Now, that's in place, that's in place. So the math is now going to control this. Now these are pretty weak and the springs in are shit. As far as I know, once everything kicks in, these can only hold about 6 psi. Got something a little bit more, as this thing needs to, well, with it being the 180 brake version, as far as I know, they'll run about 180 brake. So they'll push, what, 15 psi before you start backing around. As you can see, if I zoom in a bit, if it allows me, I have installed a manual boost controller against everybody's best advice. However, manual boost controls are not dangerous as long as you know what you're doing to set them up. You don't want to start sticking one of these things in and not have any supporting mods and then wind it up to something like 20, 22 psi. You will kill a turbo, you will blow ahead. It's just not worth it. So again, the only reason why I've installed this is because I suspected the N75 was faulty. It was hesitating on boost, on low revs, on low RPMs. So say if you were just setting off, all of a sudden the boost would spike, you'd be off like a rocket, and then the boost would switch off again. And you know, you'd be jumping all over the place like a 1980s rave or something stupid like that. Like you were stuck on fucking ecstasy or something daft. So at the minute, she's bypassing the N75, which I've left connected. I don't want the ECU throwing up any faults. Although, again, not being 100% on these engines, I've not plugged these two vents yet. Maybe I should do. We will see. I'm going to take them for a test run later. She is wound up to about 12, 13 psi. But again, with the stupid blow-off valve that was installed, she'd spike at 15 and then drop down to 10, and then, well, that was first and second, through third, fourth, fifth and sixth, she'd bleed down, you know, she'd spike at 10, bleed down to 5. I mean, these things are great for low RPM, well, for low gear, high RPMs, but once you start putting more and more power, they're just not designed for it, and they start pushing out more and more boost and you lose a shitload power. It's great for running from the lights and leaving people behind, but after that, it's kind of just pointless really. So you need to get a, well, it depends. You know, you can get a forged 007, which is just a straight recirculation valve. If you're not really interested in hearing the whoosh sound or the turbo dump valve. However, being a bit of a boy racer, I do like the extra noise of the turbo. So I will be getting a recirculating ventricle valve. Again, I'll do another video on the installation of that. This being a cheap manual boost controller, it was really simple to install. Basically, you've got the pipe from the intake manifold and you've got the pipe from the wastegate. It sits in between. I've not had to do any cutting, although because the adapters were incorrect, I have used PTFE tape just to widen the vents. PTFE tape is fucking awesome. You can use it for a million things. Although, that's interesting. I have no idea how my girlfriend's hair has managed to wind its way up in the fucking engine bay. She is a pain in the bum for that. She molts like a dog. Again, really simple to install. So you've got your T-piece here. T-piece runs to one end of the controller, and then this end basically just vents to atmosphere. Now if you want, you can run a another bit of silicon pipe, maybe up, I don't know, somewhere around here to make it a bit more atmospheric, so you get that nice turbo wastegate chirping sound, which again I absolutely adore. I love turbos for that. There's nothing better than the turbocharged engine. Just the noise that they make for power gain, they are absolutely awesome. So that is pretty much it. So now we've got the original valve back on. Wait for the ambulance to go past. Inconsiderate bastard. And we're going to put the engine plate back on it, if it fits somehow, shape or form. I wish to God they'd make these things fucking easier to install. Nothing ever really goes right, and they look a mess. So what we'll do is we will just turn this around until it finds that right landing point. Somehow push down, quarter turn, it's locked. Same on you, push down, quarter turn. Alright, maybe not quarter turn. Maybe half a turn, alright, maybe that was new packet, so I'll need a new one from the scrapper. For God's sake, come on. Quarter turn, locked. Nothing wants to work. You're about right. There we go, in. Quarter turn, locked. Now she is looking quite tidy. Again, I need to tie up some of this because it's starting to look a mess in here, and I'm all about the engine bay looking nice and tidy. Or maybe we'll get this powder coated. I haven't decided on the secondary colour. Maybe blue to match the hoses, or either that will replace the silicon vacuum lines for red, and we'll get all of this done red as well. And we'll go from there, and to be honest, that's pretty much it. So, in a sec, we'll get her all buttoned up, we'll get the GoPro fired up in here, and we'll go from there, and we'll see exactly how much power she is now making with the standard valve, and I don't know, maybe we'll have to make some adjustments to the MBC, see what's going on.